Hi, welcome to my channel, or welcome back. Feel free to subscribe if you're interested in any of these topics. Today I'm just going to be yapping, and like I do every day, I basically post daily vlogs about my life, updates, and all kinds of strange random things. Love to have you here. So yeah, anyways, get your favorite drink, hot, cold, doesn't matter, and buckle up because I got a couple of updates for people. So unfortunately, my neighbor has died, and the woman who was taking care of her, I will call Karen, she has a lot of issues. She's kind of crazy. And while she was telling us the details of what happened to my neighbor and how she died, the morgue called, and we overheard the morgue telling Karen that she was not going to inherit the house, that the house would actually go to the sister of the deceased woman. And then, which Karen kind of freaked out, and she was like screaming, I took care of her. I took care of her the last 7 years. They haven't done anything. This isn't fair. Like, she lost her goddamn mind. And me and my husband were kind of just sitting there witnessing it because the morgue called while we were talking to her about what happened next door. If you don't know, let me briefly tell you, there were 3 squad cars, 2 unmarked police officers, and they would not give us any information yesterday, and it kind of freaked me out. So that's what's going on. So now the lady who lives next door has passed away, and Karen, the woman who has been taking care of her for the alleged 7 years, is violently angry because the sister of the deceased will inherit the house as next of kin, and Karen gets nothing. And I think it's disgusting whenever you take care of somebody under the pretense, or the, under the guise of giving a fuck about someone just to get what they have. I think that's pretty gross. That's weird, especially from that lady, because she was extremely racist and extremely, if you guys have been on my channel for a while, I'm sure you've heard me say a couple things about her. She is extremely disgusting, extremely racist. So I'm grateful that she's not getting the house, because number one, I honestly hate her as a person. She stands for everything that I am against, and I just do not enjoy being around those types of human beings. I'm sorry. I just don't like when people are so openly disgusting and proud of it, and it's just, you understand, right? You understand. So yeah, it's just, I'm so happy that that Karen woman is not going to be living next door to us, because she's crazy. I mean, it's like she eats 80 pills of Adderall and then fucking comes over and freaks the fuck out. She's too much to handle, and she puts me back into like my fight or flight feelings, because she scares me. I am mixed. My kids are mixed. My nieces and nephews are mixed. Everybody in my family is something other than just white. Okay, so it freaks me out whenever I'm in the presence of somebody who is so like that. It just freaks me out. Anyways, long story short, unfortunately, my neighbor died. Fortunately, Karen's not moving in. Stuff like that. Okay, whatever. So, anyways, moving on. Hi, how are you guys doing? As always, my comment section is open for you guys to yap about what you're doing. Let me know what you're doing. How are you doing? Are you enjoying your September? What is the temperature like where you're at? It was 85 today-ish. And I don't think it broke 90, but I'm sure it might have somewhere. Anyways, it felt good today. It felt really good today. And it was a really amazing day, other than my neighbor dying. That was fucked up. But I ended up going to the store with my son, and I ended up giving him my ancient relic studded belt from Hot Topic, like my little punk studded belt. You know what I'm talking about, like those punk belts. I gave it to my son, and it was like I passed the torch to him, and it was really, really cool, because when I was his age, I had one, and it was just so cool to see him at the age I was in, the this kind of stuff, and he likes System of a Down, and we were jamming it in the car on the way home, and it was just so cool. It was such a cool day to hang out with him. We ended up going to HEB, and that's where I got some pumpkin spice coffee. Super excited for that. This flavor from Cafe Olay is exquisite. It is not too artificially flavored. It tastes very, very rich and good and smooth. It is not bitter. It is not alcoholic tasting. You know how some artificial flavorings have like that nasty sanitizer flavor, like rubbing alcohol or something? It is smooth, not bitter. There's a hazelnut, chocolatey, pumpkin spice, coffee flavor. It's just a beautiful blend of all of my favorite flavors for autumn. So very excited about that. Another thing that I'm really, really happy about is just the weather calming the fuck down. Thank you, weather, for stop doing that. Yeah, I'm really excited about that too. How are you guys doing? Are you guys enjoying autumn? Let me know below. I am so happy for today. Today's just been a really, really amazing day, other than my neighbor passing away. I don't know why I keep saying, I don't want you guys to think that I'm like, woo, and whatever. That was fucked up. That was fucked up. And now I'm not going to talk about that anymore. No, we're not going to talk about that anymore. Instead, we're going to talk about stuff that makes me happy. Full disclosure, I tried to make this video like 10 fucking times, and for 30 minutes it was just like me constantly telling you and like oversharing my horrific stories with that Karen woman, and it was like she was just, it was too much. So full disclosure, I've tried to make this video too many fucking times today, to where my jaw hurts. I talked too much today, which is rare because I love talking. So anyways, another thing that I thought was very interesting is that my friends were worried about me because I was happy. They were like, are you okay? Because I noticed that you've been kind of manic. And yes, I have been kind of manic, but not in a negative way. I've just been manic in a way that like I would like to explain. So for 31 years, I have interacted with my mother, who is basically extremely narcissistic, an alcoholic, an addict, and one of my abusers. But she died last October, and I've been spending the past 9 months of my life or more, well, I guess 11 months of my life, healing from 31 years of narcissistic abuse. It's been extremely difficult, and even though I have gone to therapists and I do have a psychiatrist now that I see regularly, and I'm on antidepressants, it was still very difficult dealing with the ambivalent emotional baggage that was left over from her death. So today I woke up and it's like I snapped. Something in me snapped. And the grieving process, which comes in waves, it does come in waves, was completely over. And I could see. It's like I was, that part of Star Wars where Darth Maul is like walking back and forth, like waiting. It's like I was waiting for a very long time for this moment. And whenever the door opened, I ran, and I ran straight to happiness and ecstasy. I feel exhilarated living, being alive, and being a human, which is difficult because for 31 years my mother made me feel like I wasn't a human or that I shouldn't have been alive. You know what I mean? So I think that what's going on with my friends is that they haven't seen a version of me that hasn't been constantly battling a narcissistic abuser. So that being said, I actually am okay. And literally I'm okay for the first time in my entire fucking life. And I do have a psychiatrist and a therapist, and a trauma specialist. So it's so cool to hear your therapist tell you that you're doing good and that they're surprised how well you're coping with certain things, and that, you know, I talked to my therapist and she was like, hey, we actually don't need to continue seeing each other. You're doing really well. Sorry, I had to go investigate why my dog was barking. But yeah, I think that what's going on is that my friends haven't seen a version of me that has been free of narcissistic abuse. And so now that they're seeing it, they're like, are you okay? And I'm like, actually, yeah, I am. For the first time in my life, I'm okay. And I don't know, it's really important. It's really sad, and it's also really freeing. And I have experienced such high levels of gratitude today for seeing like my kids growing and flourishing and blooming, and then also myself like seeing and feeling the gratitude within my heart and soul like swell so big that it's snapped me out of this grieving funk. And today I was like dusting the entire house without being like resentful of the dust. I was kind of resentful of the dust. There's a lot of dust in my house because like I said, I spent the last 11 months kind of like in this horrible cocoon of like, who am I without my abuser? And what am I? And what is my life? And how long have I been living like this? And, you know, like realizing how much of my identity was affected by my mother's abuse and then also by her death. And now that I am literally free from all of that, even though ironically I said I wasn't going to talk about death again, my neighbor dying brought it all back. And it was a beautiful moment for myself to let go, to really let go, and for like the death of who I was to happen. So I was able to let go of my business that no longer suited my needs. I was able to understand that I need to let go of my gardening because being outside in Texas heat is actually really bad for my mental health. It's not something that I feel great about being in the sun. I actually ended up being resentful and regretful of my decisions of stepping outside. But something within me changed. Something changed. The wheels changed in my head. The cogs were turning, and I woke up today wanting to clean. I woke up today wanting to live my life to its fullest. I woke up today wanting to save money to travel and wanting to spend more time with my kids, and just it's a very strange sensation, and it's extremely difficult to convey what it is without getting misunderstood. If you've been traumatized or you've been the victim of narcissistic abuse or the abuse at the hands of your parents or an addict, see, my mom was an alcoholic and she was an addict, and she was extremely narcissistic. And my whole entire life was plagued with her telling me like things like I shouldn't have existed, or that she loved my brother more, or just being triangulated against everything and anything that, I don't know. And I kept going back to her because she was my mother and I just wanted her to love me. And as any child does. So anyways, long story short, I developed the ability within myself to love myself and realize that my kids really love me, and my husband loves me, and my dogs love me, and my cat loves me, and my chickens outside love me. I'm just kidding. They just want me to feed them. They might not love me. They might be forming a coup against me. I'm just kidding. But so anyways, long story short, today I woke up with peace in my brain, and my inner child was healed, and I felt very good. And I don't know, I just thought it was ironic that my friends were like, are you okay? And I was like, actually, you know what? I'm better than okay. I'm a little bit more than okay. I am doing really well, and I'm extremely grateful for it, because 31 years I wasn't doing okay. And it took to my 32nd year to finally to finally be okay. So anyways, yeah, I guess that's what I've been dealing with today. I know I'm like kind of info dumping on you guys, and I'm sorry for that. Look at this cute little, look at this guy. Sorry, I fell asleep with my hair wet, and my hair does this thing. And I love when my hair is big and poofy and wild. Anyways, so long story short, today has been a really great day. September 1st has been an amazing day, and I'm very happy for it. And I'm grateful that I survived a lot of the things I went through. I am happy that my family can flourish and bloom in such, I don't know, such strange circumstances that are the world that we're living in today. I cannot believe that the weather's changing. I'm so happy for that because, like I said, I'm going to go let go of my garden. I have an okra field that I'm just going to allow to go back to the earth. Because I'm just completely done with wanting to garden. I would much rather do like animal husbandry, like taking care of animals, raising animals, than gardening. Gardening is not my niche. I'm the kind of person that throws pumpkin seeds out in the yard and allows them to grow, and if they grow, they grow. I cannot give a garden in Texas heat the amount of attention and nurturing that it needs to successfully grow, and the amount of failure that I receive via my garden is too much. It's too much failure, and it's not enough. The juice is not worth the squeeze. Okay, when it comes to gardening in Texas, I would much rather raise chickens and ducks and then also harvest them for meat, because we do that. And I have done that, and I actually harvested my own ducks this year, which was very scary, but very, very, very beneficial for, I don't know, my journey, to see that I could do it, and I did it, and I'm so grateful for it. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now. I would rather have a chicken tractor outside in the backyard and have tons of chickens and then harvest them at the appropriate time and then share the bounty of the meats with the families that are connected to mine and stuff like that, my friends and family. I am healing deep narcissistic abuse that has been instilled in me since I was born, and I'm very grateful for that. The weather is beautiful. The sunsets have been immaculate, and the cicadas are screaming. It's been a very beautiful beginning to September, and it's like I've been waiting my whole life for this moment. I've been waiting my entire life for this month. I've been waiting. I've been stuck in limbo and in hell, waiting for this. And now it's like the cage door is open and I can actually use my wings, and no one's there to clip them anymore. And now I can fly, and I've been waiting to fly for so long, and now I can. And if you have ever been through even a fraction of what I've gone through, you'll understand what I'm talking about. It's a very beautiful and scary and fascinating moment, and I'm happy. I don't know, I'm happy that I could record it, and I'm happy that I can talk about it openly without having to worry about getting a random phone call from my abuser later on in the day telling me that anything at all, literally just hearing her voice, was enough to undo years of therapy. You know what I mean? So in one corner of the ring, we have the sadness and the ambivalent emotional baggage that is loving your parents because they created you. And in the other corner, we have understanding that they are devouring and abusive and not good for your mental health, and you have to let them go. And so being able to say, I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, and thank you, and let her go and let her rest eternally, is very freeing. And I'm happy because I was so sad for so long and so confused for so long. And I didn't deserve any of that. I didn't deserve any of that. And I will be damned before I let anybody treat me like that ever again. Or my kids. She never treated my kids like crap. In fact, she treated them like angels, which was really cool to see. But she always treated me like crap, which was very confusing. And it sucked. But whatever. So it's okay. We're good. I'm going to go. I'm losing the light. I'm going to go. I have to get closer. I'm going to go and enjoy my coffee and edit this video and probably be like, what the fuck are you talking about? I hope you guys are doing well out there. And I want you to know that it gets better. Just keep doing what makes you happy. It does get better, okay? And you can block your family members. You can cut them off. You can block their number. You could change their number. You could change your number and not tell them what your number is. You can tell them to fuck off, because it doesn't matter that they're your blood family or inherited family. Your chosen family of friends and comrades and people who love and support you are so much more important than you'll ever know. And just know that there is love on this planet. There's 8 billion people and growing on this planet. You will find love elsewhere, even if you don't get it from the thing that created you. It doesn't fucking matter. You can scour the globe and go traveling and eat some delicious food and block their number and find the glory of existence and the pleasure of sensations. And I hope you do. I hope you're well. Remember to take your medication today. Remember to drink water. Remember to take your vitamins. And remember to tell yourself that you love yourself and that you are worth it. And life is worth living in any way you see fit, okay? I will talk to you guys later. Thank you for joining me today. And I will see you again tomorrow. Hopefully. Bye-bye.